It is said that in ancient times of battle, a popular military tactic was the starving out of opposing troops, an example of how cruel men can be. Now, it is understood that often in times of war there are no rules. But if this is true, then is it really appropriate to call ourselves civilized? Unlike some of the other rich and powerful houses who own, maintain, and share their crops, we of House Entrell believe no man, woman, or child should go hungry. Our lands are blessed with fertility. Some of the greatest lords of Neron receive our wealth, and so those who are fortunate enough to live in the right lord's lands will not have these worries. A pity, of course, for those who are less fortunate. A shame those lords place their greed in higher regard than the well-being of their own people. Back when the so-called Age of Kings drew to a close, Angulus Entrell, a wealthy merchant lord, often traveled within the heartlands of Neron. He maintained a strong relationship with Lauren Lear, lord of the Anodan Hills, and pooled all of his resources to purchase an estate within Lauren's lands. In return for the rights to this land, the Entrelli lord provided a steady supply of grain, wheat, barley, oats, and rye, tilled from the land by his own people. It sealed a bond between our houses that exists to this day. A bond which came at just the right time. For when the ships of House Entrell sailed upon the shores of Anodan bearing the banners of Alyssa and Entrell on their masts, Entrell and Lear came together and stopped their advance just before the hills, holding them to Relmore Bay. It was the birth of a centuries-old rivalry between Houses Lear and Entrell, who fought many battles against each other. But that was then. Today, Entrell has its ships, Lear has its hills, and Entrell has its crops, and everyone has their eye on the other, each expecting some foolish lord to make a brash move in the midst of what is arguably the most difficult time our kingdom has ever faced. Good thing for us, for the lords of the duchy possess many qualities. Recklessness, however, is not one of them. They say time heals all wounds, but can it quell the fire of such rivalries? It'd take a foolish lord to find out.